Come up here. Come lay down. Lay down. Come here, Boner. What's this?
I don't think everybody realized, and I don't think I really did. Yeah, he knew that he was like a two-star coming on Penn. His hometown team, the Miami Hurricane, he didn't accept him. So Utah's full circle coming back and getting it done in his hometown against the team that didn't want him. Just beautiful. Anyway, this young man leads right. First thing I smelled every single time he praises God. He's such a beautiful role model. I'm curious, did you have class yesterday? What did it feel like being you as a student this week, particularly yesterday? At the end of the day, he came into college, he was affected by COVID, and those kids, things were affected, got 1 more year eligibility. That's why the 6-year seniors can get into there, even if based on today's rules, even if they don't like how it works. But 6 years, next, please. Okay. And yes, he's making between $3 and $4 million a year at IL money. So yes, this is a just. You only have to take 6 minutes.
Oh man. Good morning, good morning, good morning, all.
Traffic, go ahead.
Hi, traffic Cape Bay. We are underway at this time from the Port Huron Coast Guard boards. Next check is a Black River entrance southbound at 0910. I'll come short.
Roger. I'm not sure if you're above them, but if you are, there's a check down for the Edmund Carl at the sewage treatment plant. Over.
Sorry, traffic Cape Bay. Roger, good traffic all. Have a nice day.
Stay traffic.
Okay. How's everybody doing? Sorry, I had to tend to Boone a little bit. Logan. Frank. AKA Jody. How's everybody doing on this fine, crispy, really crispy Tuesday morning? The Coast Guard cutter Nia Bay just departed from Pine Grove Park from the Coast Guard dock. There is headed downbound. It's heading for ice service on the St. Clair River. Ice breaking. Yeah, bitter cold, that's for sure, Skyfly. And you can see here, see the ice flow coming down. Okay. There goes the Nia Bay right there, headed downbound. It's an ice breaking tug, Coast Guard, U.S. Coast Guard. Hey Brenda, how you doing? Brenda.
Sorry, traffic, Trinity Bay on channel 11, over.
Nia Bay, sorry, traffic, go ahead.
Sorry, traffic, Nia Bay. Clear checking in downbound at the Black River entrance. Next check-in will be Salt Dock at 1055. How copy, over.
Roger, there's a check down with a wide berth at the Sun Dock in Sarnia, over.
This adjustable chair just keeps inching down, and every once in a while I have to stand up and release it so that it goes up again. I had to hang something up here to get that line off of me. Yeah, Brenda, I think it is a day to stay inside. I haven't had any snow, so I don't need to go outside, but you're right. I agree, Brenda. How's the weather down there in Florida, Brenda? Is it still chilly or is it warming up? Today is Justin's first day back on the bus. Okay, Brenda. It's cold there and you dislike it immensely. I understand because you've mentioned before you don't like the cold. And I find now that I am the same way, my dear. I don't like the cold either. Yeah, that's what I was wondering about. A lot of people probably when their car is outside, especially in this bitter cold, there's probably going to be a lot of cars that won't start. Yeah, Brenda, 90 and humid. You like that? I hear you. There's a look at what I'm looking at outside here right now. Hey, Jody, yep, it's, Frank says it's, minus 20 degrees. TJ. Stay. Wanna go outside? Let's go outside. That's not like it. Go ahead. Get in here, Boone. Come on, Boone. Get in here. Come on. Get up here. Boone. Oh, Boone is just a crazy little man. It's cold out, isn't it, Boone? Yes, it is. Go lay down. Go lay down. Lay down. Lay down.
including fighter jets that arrived in recent days to neighboring countries like Jordan. Inside Iran, success are ongoing. Sources speaking to Fox News say the regime is doing everything possible to keep people inside, implementing the of martial law. Doesn't stop there. The IRGC is patrolling in Tehran while playing four anthems on large speakers. Some Iranian citizens have been able to leave commercial flights and through water. The Navy returned.
TJ, what are you up to? Are you at work or are you going to come and join the panel? Well, right now there is no traffic flowing underneath the bridge or anywhere out in the Great Lakes because of the ice flows. And this time of year, all of the traffic comes to a grind for what they call winter layup. Gives the time to do maintenance on the ships, and it gives the crew time off in between. So right now we are in the midst of winter layup season. Yeah, I saw it in the news, Frank. Was a lot of pile up, big trucks and cars and vans, and it was a mess. Here comes Joe. Good morning, Joe.
Oh, where's everybody at?
Don't
I know,
know.
I know,
It's
I know where Justin's
bitter
at.
cold here. You know where who's at? What?
I know where Justin's at, but
Oh yeah, he's on his way home.
TJ's probably taking a nap after waking up.
Or he's got his head stuck in a bowl of Cheerios.
No, that don't stop him from coming on. Only taking a nap, another nap. I gotta take my morning nap. I just woke up.
Yeah,
Hey,
Frank,
Brenda.
that was on the west side of Michigan, wasn't it? Frank's talking about the big pileup they had in the middle of the snow.
That was by Grand Rapids.
Grand Rapids. Yep. Okay.
Hey, Frank, aka Jody, Dusty, Joe, TJ. Hey, TJ, come on, I'll show you that dragon that I'll never print again.
Oh, you finished printing it?
Yeah, I'll never print it again.
How long did it take?
Well, it's only 4 hours, but it's not the issue. It's all the freaking support. They got so much support in here, you can't get it all. I'm digging it all out. And you got to be careful that you don't break something. See, I'm getting pieces of it.
Oh yeah.
And I mean, it's ridiculous. The support, I can't believe the support. Some support comes right off. Some support, they put it on there. I don't know what they attach, how they attach it, but some of it won't come off. And then it's support in little deep fine places. So you got to dig down up in there and find it.
Yep.
Like, look, like pulling freaking teeth.
How long you been working at that?
30 minutes.
Wow.
30 minutes I've been digging little pieces like that out.
So
I got up.
it's not that it's a bad print. It's just that all of the support they put in there makes it almost impossible to just print it and show it, right?
Yeah, you got to take all the support off afterwards because the support's like put the wing like this. You got to keep the
Yep.
wing up. You know, just a pain in the royal ass. Yeah, I thought that was support. That's not support. It's a little support by it. There's no reason to have support there. It's a flat piece on the thing. I got up first thing this morning, made the phone call to State Farm. I got the tow truck going get the car.
Okay.
Told them where the car is going to be.
And
Where the keys at?
it's going over to the International Auto Mechanic place.
They had a luxury auto place.
Yeah.
Yeah, they said that it would be between. See what they got an update on this thing. Yeah, ETA is now 87 minutes.
That's
57 to
for
87 minutes.
That's for pickup or that's the delivery?
That's to pick it up. It's only 5 minutes from where it's got to, about 10 minutes
Okay.
from where it's got to go. So it's not an issue there. But it's supposed to be there by 10 o'clock this morning, so we got time. I told him, I said, I'll get it towed first thing in the morning. She said, well, if it's in a couple minutes late, they don't care.
Now, do they have the keys already or the keys in the car?
The key is at Riverside Auto, right where it's parked.
Okay.
The guy told me, just leave the key here. Don't bother. I would have had to go meet them there, you know. I talked to the guy yesterday at Riverside for 45 minutes. We just sat there and talked to him. Guy, him and his two sons own work the place. And like I said, he's honest enough that he said I couldn't figure it out, so I didn't charge him. So if I got something I gotta get done, I'll go over there if he can do it, you know.
Sure. Yeah, if somebody takes good care of you, you do the same back again when you can.
Yeah, I told him, I said, what about putting those hubs on that I have for my car? And he looked at me and said, well, there's two things. He said, you gonna pay cash? I said, you have to pay cash. He said, well, if you could pay me in cash, I could do it. I can't do it if if you're gonna put it on a card or anything. He said, because if it's your parts and I'm putting your parts on there, my insurance won't cover it. He said, so if somehow your wheel falls off, my insurance won't cover it, you know?
Ah.
He said, that's why I prefer to, he said, it might be just as expensive for me to get the parts. He said, let me find out for you. He told me, he said, why haven't you done it? I said, because it runs good. I said, it's really not affecting it. And he says, yeah, it's usually just a sensor. And I said, yeah. He said, I said, the other issue is I didn't have a screwdriver to pop that hub. There's a big screw in the thing. And he told me, he said, yeah, he said, the best thing for you to do, he said, run to Harbor Freight. He said, the easiest thing to do, go to Harbor Freight, spend $5 on a screwdriver that big, you know, figure what size you need. He said, then come back. He said, jack it up, spray it with WD-40 for about 5 minutes, leave it there, and then go back with a hammer and just put the screwdriver in there and tap it a couple of times. He said, that sucker will come right off. He said, I've seen them never come off for 10 years and they pop right off.
Jody says a small pair of needle nose pliers.
Been doing that too.
Here comes Lance.
He must be coming to brag about the Pacific Northwest. Can't tell. It's too dark in the Pacific Northwest.
Yeah.
Woohoo! It is pitch black.
I'm telling you.
I sent Joe a picture of my sunset last night. Beautiful in the Pacific Northwest.
You never mentioned what it looks like in the Northwest.
I know. I need to do that. I need to tell you, Paul. Good morning, chat. I can't see the chat because I'm on my phone, but I'm sure it's Brenda and maybe
Frank.
East Coast
Brenda.
Frank.
AKA
Joel.
Jody. Yeah.
And Rigged.
I think Joel's here too, isn't he?
Joel's here.
Here comes Hot Rod.
Morning, Rodney. Morning, Rod.
Morning. There was an interesting video posted 30 minutes ago.
On
I've been wondering when this was finally going to start happening. Drone Supremacy, Mike, the guy over in Europe, he's changing his channel name. He's changing it to his name. And basically he says, I'm not going to be reading drone specs anymore. With this whole with this whole DJI crap with the US, anything that made a living around talking about new DJI stuff is dead. So he's going to what he really loves, which is more photography stuff.
Can't fault him for that.
What's that? What's that, Lance?
we can't fault him for that. I mean, photography is a beautiful thing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, if you tried to make your living on talking about the next released drone, I think that's going to become a really hard thing to do on YouTube.
Yeah, I'm gonna learn how to do photography this year, I think.
I am too, Joe. Switch
So-
my profession.
That's why I never put drone in my channel name. I didn't want to be tied to just that.
Well, we saw you fly. We understand why.
Mhm. Yeah, exactly. I crashed really well. Yeah.
Got to get gas this morning. Have to stop at Costco. Was going to fly, but it is so foggy. Try to get a sunrise.
You get a foggy sunrise?
Yeah.
Here comes Dre.
Get one at my school this morning if it burns off.
Get there early, Dre.
Although I looked at the Space Needle PanoCam, and it's not quite as foggy downtown Seattle. I may try to go tomorrow morning and fly the Needle before school. So it's a late arrival Wednesday, so I've got an extra couple hours.
Today's Tuesday, Lance.
Say that again, Dre.
Today is Tuesday, not Wednesday.
He
Yeah,
says
tomorrow's
tomorrow.
Wednesday.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's,
tomorrow.
he's, he's talking about doing it tomorrow morning.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Joe,
Yes,
Chad,
sir.
remember how I was talking about the arms on that frame?
Yeah.
I had them right, but I noticed something yesterday. Look at the distance on that side between the prop tips. Look at the distance on this side
right
between the
close.
prop
Wow.
tips. The one side, the prop tips are starting to hit again. I don't know
Wow.
whether the fucking screws are moving, the arms are moving. I had tightened them, so I literally got to take this dumbass piece of crap apart again to try to figure out what in the hell is wrong with it now. It was right. It ain't right now. Hate this freaking frame. Bunch of amateurs.
Yeah, we've heard that before.
So Dre, what have you been up to?
Oh, taking care of my parents. I was at their place all weekend, and then I came back to the house on Sunday, and then I got a call from my nephew, so they were taking my mom out to the hospital yesterday. So that's where she's back at.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
And like they did a CT scan. There are blood clots forming around her heart and lungs. So they're going to administer blood thinning medication, see if that'll help dissipate that and go from there.
Wow.
Eating and
Break it up.
drinking.
Your mic is terrible. Yeah. How old is your mom, Dre?
She's 89.
Okay.
Yeah. So, like I say, just looking after her and my dad, who's 94.
Oh, your dad is 94? Wow.
My
Some
dad's
good
94.
genes.
Yeah. So, like I say, making sure he's taken care of because, like I say, my mom runs the house. My dad is not self-sufficient at all. So, so I got to make sure he's eating, getting taken care of, taking his medications and everything else, along with, looking after her. My nephew stopped by, pretty much during the week, and I'll be back over again this weekend, looking after her.
Be glad you have them both.
Yeah. Like I said, I have been.
You're cutting in and out there, Dre.
What's that?
Your
You
voice
need
is cutting in and out.
mic system.
Yeah, I think
You
it's
need
in
to
the
get a-
settings. Hang
You
on
need
a
to get a
second.
podcast. You need to get a podcast and get a good sound system going.
Let me switch something here because I know that's why I did something else let me, how's that? That better?
That's better.
Yeah, much
Yeah,
better.
I changed one setting thinking I was gonna take out the echo, and it's kicked in the noise reduction, so we don't pick up my voice, it cuts it off.
When are y'all gonna learn not to use those affiliate links Justin gives you?
Yeah. But as I was saying, you know, looking after both of them is a challenge. But I think all of my mom's siblings, most of them all passed away last year. They were all in their 90s.
Oh.
So
Yeah.
my mom's
How
side of
far away do they live
Prayers
from
for
you,
both
Dre?
of them.
How far away do they live, Dre?
oh, my parents,
Yeah.
10, 15 minutes away.
Okay. Good.
Yeah, so it's very easy for me to go back and forth and do what I need to do. So it's, like I said, just going through the emotional roller coaster right now.
Sure.
That's all it is.
Hang tough.
Yeah. So all you can do.
Well, the good news, blood clots happen, and they're not bad unless they break off.
Yeah, I just say, you know, she's not having any pain or anything. She just feels tired because the heart is working twice as hard than it needs to.
Yep.
At least they found him. So,
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's why I was looking on the rod that we took her to the hospital a week before. They just, you know, gave her fluids because she was dehydrated because she had not been eating and drinking, and her blood work all came back, no problem. This time, you know, we took her to her primary hospital.
Breaking up.
Break it
And
up
Happening
again.
again. Happening again.
I don't know why that. I think it's okay. It might be I just saw the flash of the camera turn red, so I think that's what cut off. But like I say, this time they did a CT scan, which found the blood clots. So like I say, depends on what time of day you show up at the hospital, what kind of activities going on, really determine what kind of care you may get. You know?
it's true.
How many
But like I
illegals
say,
they got there? Whatever.
something that I wanted them to do the last time we were there, but they didn't deem it necessary. But this time, I'm like, hey, we got this, this, and this. This has been going on for like 2 weeks now. You guys need to do a little more.
I think once you hit a certain age, you should really talk to your doctor about doing maybe every couple of years the ultrasound with the dye, just to keep an eye on all of your arteries and stuff. Ultimately, that's what killed my dad. His carotid artery blocked up 100%, and he had a stroke. Had the
Yeah.
doctor actually use his stupid stethoscope and actually listened like they kind of do now,
Mhm.
he'd have known that one side was not good.
Put
Yeah.
the thing up there and say, take a deep breath, hold it, and then listen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So like I said, I mean, I'm the only child left. My older brother passed away over 20 years ago, so I'm it. So got to step up to the plate.
Hey, Jay.
How old was your brother when he died?
My brother passed away in his 50s. He's 6 years older than me.
What was the prognosis or reason he died?
Official death was congested heart failure, and I think he had something else with his heart too. Jim,
Don't talk like that. That's what I got.
you know, and try to stay off those kind of conditions. And my brother, I tell you, no outward, physical ailments at all, anything. So it's just like I say, it doesn't have to be because you're out of shape or overweight or anything else. Things internally can catch up with you just no matter what you do.
Yep.
So, Jerry, I don't know whether you've done it, but given what I went through with my mom's death in August, the one thing I really suggest doing is making sure you know where all of their paperwork is.
Yeah.
So security cards, insurance
Mhm.
policies, bank statements.
Yeah.
Make sure all of that is put together somewhere so that
Yeah, we have all that. We have a established living trust already, and I'm the
Great.
executor of the trust. on. I'm also on their co-signature on their other banking accounts.
Sounds like you're in good shape with all of that then. Most people aren't.
Yeah, like I said, that's the one part my dad, with his banking background, made sure. I mean, I tell you, Rod, it's like I've been in a school under my dad's tutelage for the last at least 10 years, you know, because I think with my dad's background in banking, it's like he is prep. We have this conversation about every other month, it seems like, you know. But his plan was that he's anticipating he's going to go first.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sitting there thinking now, you never had a contingency plan if mom goes first, you know?
You never know.
Yeah, you never know. And yeah, you just kind of go from there. Because like fishing, my dad cooking, you know, he's like right there with Paul. He makes a little Jimmy Dean's breakfast sausage in the morning, and that's about the extent of his cooking.
Yeah, a couple of months ago here in the Daytona area, there was a couple in their 70s. They were driving around in a Jeep over on A1A along the ocean. And an idiot who had literally just bought a Corvette. The guy was 60 something and literally drove it off the lot. Freaking rear-ended him doing like 100 and something, or rolled the Jeep and ended up killing both of them. So you kind of never know. But
yeah, you never know. Like I said, things that are out of your control and stuff. And I'm just saying that, you know, things that you do have some physical involvement, like 10 years to his life, you know.
no, it's great. They're still going. Keep going. Maybe
Yeah,
they'll hit 100.
yeah.
They say
You
it
guys
won't be
gotta
long.
get-
We'll be doing 120.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm gonna go to 120. They better put some new parts.
Yeah. There's a lot of anti-aging cell degeneration stuff that they've really started to zero in on and figure out. So it probably won't be long.
Yeah.
My daughter
Well,
will probably live that long.
yeah, well, it's well, like my parents, it's the quality of life is the issue. You can live to be
Yeah.
whatever. Your body is not in a certain physical level. It's like my dad. My dad's just simply tired. He said, "Man, I'm ready to go." He said, "I'm just tired." You know, and you know, you watch your parents as you grow up and everything. My dad was, like I say, always on the go, always on the go. You know, in a suit 6 days a week, always on the go. Boom, 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 boom. You know, and then to see my dad naps, you know, at least twice a day. That's just, for me, that's like, who is this person? You know, he's napping.
Yeah.
Something I'm not accustomed to seeing.
When I was younger, we had a neighbor lady across the street. She was probably like 89 or something like that. And she used to go out and work in her garden all the time.
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
then she quit and she was dead in a year.
Yeah. Yeah.
She just
My
quit
dad
being
did not,
active and that was the end.
did not a fish, and he was, I mean, he had retired from the military 20 years.
Yeah.
Went to the banking industry, you know, did another 17 years in the banking industry, then went on to be property management of senior citizen housing under the HUD program for another 20 years. So like I said, all he knows is work. You know, my dad, you know, helped one of his uncles as a little kid sharecropping in Louisiana, picking cotton. and stuff. And there's always, no, nothing but go to work. You go to work, go to school. Go to work, go to school. And when you finish school, you just keep going to work.
Yeah, I remember when my dad retired. He retired for about a year.
Mhm.
Then he went back and found a part-time job because he was bored.
Yeah.
Because he was similar type, right? He just had to. He just
Yeah,
had
it's
to
just, it's just that generation. I mean, like I said, that came up right as the depression hit, so everybody had to pitch in. No matter how young or old, everybody was pitching in,
Well, they're
like I
called the
say,
Great Generation, right?
yeah,
So they're the ones that made America, essentially.
yeah.
Okay, Dre, 342 for gas just now at Costco.
Is
That's
that
about as
right?
cheap as it is.
You know what? Even when I go to Costco's, I never think about going getting gas. Because usually the gas lines are so long, I don't even want to waste my time. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's
We
why
were
I go
like-
early in the. That's why I go early in the morning like this. There's no line.
Yeah, because like I said, we were in Costco yesterday.
It's 266 at Sam's Club here this morning. So
You don't want to know what I paid.
Like I say, when Lance is telling me Costco,
$1.98.
the lowest price
$2.18.
around, a price that dips below $4 on the West Coast is a big deal.
Yeah,
I just
218 is what I paid yesterday.
Gas from, and I think now I got to put premium in my cars, and I think it was 409.
Well, it helps when the refineries are in your state, Joe.
Not here in California, because we always have extra
Taxes.
environmental tax and regulations. Like right now, they're getting ready for that summer blend that comes out in, I want to say May, which usually kicks the price back up again a couple of dollars. So we change gasoline blends twice a year. We have a summer blend and a winter blend.
Yeah, there's several states that do that.
Speaking of cars, Paul, were you on the freeway out of Western Michigan yesterday?
Oh, no.
I could have swore they
No, that was a hell of a mess,
Chevy
wasn't it?
Suburban caused that backup over there. And,
I need to run, guys.
all right,
Okay,
Good
Roger.
morning.
Take
Right.
care.
That's the first
Good
thing I
morning.
thought about. I said, was Paul out there causing all that havoc?
No, that's about 250 miles away from me.
Yeah, they said it was amazing. There was no fatalities in that at all.
Yeah,
It just-
you take a look at the pictures, it's terrible.
Yeah, they showed it. I mean, it was just like big rigs, like squished up like a deck of cards out there. People slow off the roads and everything else. But I can see, can't say I don't think about you, Paul, good or bad.
What did you
Yeah,
say,
well,
Drake? Did Paul caused the wreck?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. The land that Paul was out there, tooling around.
Flying his drone.
And, yeah, flying his drone from that big old. Yeah, I said lucky there wasn't no lakes or rivers running by. I would have for sure thought it was Paul
Yeah.
out there trying to catch a ship.
Oh, there, look at his latest print.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it got different colors when it does, it changes color.
Oh, okay. Has that color
Silk.
changing? Now, how
Yeah.
did you do that with the filaments you have? Is it just
It's one filament.
okay?
Yeah, it's one that does the different colors. It changes shades. If you look at it this way, you're gonna get more yellow.
Uh-huh.
Go into that way, you get the purple. This is Mardi Gras colors, purple, green, and gold.
Oh, okay. So like this, I guess you call it light reflective colors, the way the light
Yeah.
hits it.
That's how it hits. It's blended in where it's got all three colors in it. It just depends on what direction it's showing.
Mm-hmm.
And my daughter-in-law loves green, so that gives it a green dragon. But when you like I said, you turn it, you get the purple and you get the gold.
Yeah.
That's more green. That's going to be more gold.
Oh, okay.
But I'll never print this damn thing again. It took me 42 minutes to get all the filler out of it. all different.
out of the nozzle
support.
or
The-
what?
yeah, the support.
It had support all up in all of that stuff,
Mm,
holding it so that it could get the little points like that. Everything had it on it, and then it was thick support. It wasn't. If you, I'm gonna have to go. If I do it again, I'm gonna change the support because if you put it on thick, it sticks harder. If you put it on
Mhm.
thin, it'll hold it in place, but you'll be able to knock it right off. You know.
yeah, it gets brittle.
Yeah.
Mm.
Some of them you just go and comes right off. This thing, I was fighting with it. I had to get a razor blade in a couple spots.
So I'm driving, Joe. What did you print for the landfill?
A dragon, a
Okay, yep.
mechanical dragon, it's called. Because it looks like a robot basically. It's got all the little joints, all of this. And she's a dragon person. She's got a like a credenza type of hutch thing that's got all the little miniature stuff she puts in there. And she loves all these little miniature dragons and stuff like that. So she's been hit every time she comes over, she looks through my stuff and says, "Can I have this? Can I have this? Can I have this? Yeah, take it, take it, take it, take it." You know?
Yep.
So come
The
on.
Lance
Let me
House,
know my car.
the Emerald, is it the Emerald City of Seattle? Are they still on their emotional high from their playoff win?
Oh, we are stoked, but you know, the real Super Bowl is going to be this Sunday at
Yeah.
3:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. The Rams and the Seahawks, that's the real Super Bowl.
Yeah, yeah.
Whoever wins that game is going to thump New England.
Yeah, New England don't stand a
You
chance.
gotta get past,
The second string quarterback. Yeah, they've got to get
yeah, I
past
think,
the
you
second.
know, their quarterback is out. Their defense is tough.
Yeah, but they won't score enough points now. They are, unless they re-sign Russell Wilson, and I heard Philip Rivers was also going to sign.
Oh, who? For Denver?
Yeah,
Yeah.
No, they're gonna get Peyton Manning. I heard Peyton
all
Manning's
three of
coming
them.
out of retirement.
They're going to play
All
Russell.
three of rotate in and out each series, huh?
Yep. Well, actually, every other play.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, with Sean Payton, I wouldn't surprise if he'd go after Drew Brees.
And that's what
You
he
know,
said.
but Drew Brees won't come out of retirement. Drew Brees, I'll put it this way. It'd be a cold chance in hell because Drew Brees wouldn't play for another team. He wants to just
Stay a
remember the
Saint.
Saint.
Yeah. I think how San Diego treated him. I mean, he had a good career, but
Yeah.
like I say, there was no real reason for San Diego to do what they did to get replace him like that with Rivers.
Well, it's like Pizza Hut with me. When I blew my knee out,
Mhm.
I opened a store here, and this restaurant here, when we opened it up, we were in the top 10% in the country. We had the highest serve safe customer service, everything in the region. And when I hurt myself, they treated me like I was like a driver. That's what they treated me like.
Mhm.
They
Yeah.
said, "Well, we understand that you can't get up and down the stairs and everything, but if you can come in here and just sit, listen to this, just sit here, make the schedules, and just kind of supervise, we'll pay you hourly." Now, hold on a minute. I'm a freaking GM. How am I going there and pay? I'll get paid
Right.
hourly.
Yeah. And my thing is, yeah, I understand about you coming. Your job is to supervise and delegate. So
Yeah.
what's the difference? What's the difference in job responsibilities?
Right.
Like you hauling up supplies.
Yeah. What I was doing was I was talking to all the people, because I knew I was going to be out for a while because
Mhm.
they weren't going to operate on a knee. They had to scope it, but they had to wait for all the swelling to go down.
Yeah.
So they knew it was going to be 2 to 3 weeks at least, right? And I had the insurance that covered all of that, so it was good. I wasn't worried about it. And I was talking to on a daily basis. I was talking to whoever was in there, and I was actually sending them the schedules that we had already written and tell them just duplicate the schedules. The
Yeah.
schedules are perfect,
Mhm.
like this. So they were doing everything I was telling them, but Pizza Hut wanted me to go in and sit there while I had, then I said, so I'm gonna be there as a employee, like not a GM, and then I'm gonna be doing it against the profit and everything else because I'm gonna be an extra person there.
Mhm.
You know, so it was like, and I said, my biggest issue, I told him I actually told him my biggest issue is getting up and down the stairs. I
Mhm.
said, and having to drive in there, and it's my right leg, so I can't push on the pedal.
Right.
So I said, that's where my problem's at. And then they completely shut me down. I went to sign in and I wasn't signed in. I couldn't sign in.
Wow.
And when they did that, I contacted Melissa and she goes, yeah, let me find out what's going on. Like this, she gave me the runaround. So let me
Mhm.
find out what's going on with it. She goes, because I understand you got your insurance and all of this and all of this. Like this. I got off the phone with her, called the attorney.
Yeah.
Told them what was going on and said, yeah, they're done. They're done with you. And at that, he said, don't call them anymore.
Mhm.
He said, do not have contact with him anymore, any longer like that. He says, I'll come out to your house and we'll get the paperwork done. Because I had a good friend of
Mhm.
mine. And he came
Yeah.
out and we did everything. Well, let me let my assistant manager know. He said, don't even call her.
Mhm.
Just cut complete all ties.
Right.
Because the insurance was going to pay me. And he
Right.
said, and when the insurance, and I had insurance that would last for about 2.5 months, 3 months.
Mhm.
And he said, once that's over with, they're going to cut you off anyway. He said, so we'll
Mhm.
go do the lawsuit.
Mhm.
That was a pain in the ass, that lawsuit.
Mhm. What does Frank talk about? Who did a rap for a Mini 5 Pro? I
Yeah,
don't know. I don't know who Logan. Who's Logan?
Logan.
I'm not familiar with Logan.
I don't know who Logan is. Travis Logan or Logan Travis. He's been on here a couple times. Now I saw a rap the other day on a Neo 2 that looked like a Spitfire.
Hmm.
Now that rap looked cool,
Mm-hmm.
and I think it was AI because I went looking
Oh,
for it. I
okay.
couldn't find it anywhere.
Right.
But if I could find a rap like that looked like that, I'd probably get it.
Hmm. I only had one girl. I didn't buy the wrap. I bought it from somebody else that had a wrap, a blue Phantom that had the American flag wrap on it. But other than that, I just never really been fascinated with wraps on a drone. I mean, I guess because the way I use them.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not real too interested. I made this for my son, right?
Hmm.
This is a Harrier, right?
Right.
And it comes on a card. Let me show you the card. It comes on a card like this.
Hmm.
And what you do is you just take it apart like a model and put it together. So my son says, were you able to find a Harrier print? I said, yeah, I got one. And I showed it to him, right? Now, if you look at it on the tail, they've got spades on the tail,
Hmm.
from a card that spades, right?
Right.
He goes,
Hmm.
well, what's on the tail? He said, there's spades on there. I said, that's a freaking different unit. He said, they suck. Like that.
Oh,
He said, staff
yeah.
sergeant, they suck. Like this. I said,
Hmm.
well, how in the hell was I supposed to know? Like that. And then I went back a couple seconds. I went, how was I supposed to know? Dot, 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 dot. And I went, sir.
Yeah.
You know? So I redid
Hmm.
it. I'm gonna have to print it. And I took everything off the tail back in the back except Marines.
Hmm.
So just give me a blank one. Just give me a blank one. I said, hold on there. But it's actually the only thing you got to glue is the wings. Everything else snaps in.
Yeah.
It snaps together and everything. And I did a canopy in the front. I used translucent to make it look like a regular canopy.
Hmm.
Yeah, the other one I did it in white, and that looked cheesy.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I said, well, shoot, I got clear. I forgot I got transparent. Let me just do that. And it looks pretty good with transparent.
I'm back. Did you miss me?
Oh
Yeah.
no.
So I've got to go to my Costco, my regular Costco, to get gas, and then I've got to go to my business Costco because it's open at 7 to get what I need for lunch today, so I had to make 2 stops.
So you
Normally,
have 2 different type of Costco's?
yeah, we have yes, we do. Regular Costco, and then the business Costco does not have gas. So it's, you know, I don't know why they call it business Costco. I don't, you know, it's just another spot. Pretty much sells almost the same stuff.
Yeah,
It
okay.
doesn't carry everything the regular Costco carries, but
Yeah, 'cause we upgraded our account to the, I guess you call it executive member or whatever. And it only
Yeah.
gives us like an hour earlier walk-in time.
yeah, that's what we get as well.
Yeah, so that's why I was wondering, when you said 7 o'clock, I said, what Costco's open at 7 a.m.?
Yeah, that's business, and business, it's open for everyone at that time, not just executive members.
Oh, okay.
And then our regular Costco, I think we can get in at 9 o'clock because we're executive.
Right. Yeah, we like I said, we go once every 3, 4, 5 months. It's like not a routine thing to do and stuff. We're regular Stater Brothers, Rouse, or Walmart shoppers because they're just right by the house, you know. Costco is either down the south end of town or just. That's why I said it's not really part of our routine. Where's your son at this morning, Paul? He AWOL?
Where's who at?
Your son Justin.
Oh, Justin, I don't know. He's probably tired because he had to go back to bus riding again today.
Oh yeah, all that riding is wears him out. At age 40.
Yeah. I wish I was age 40.
Trying to tell you.
What did you think of that game last night? Did you watch it?
I watched a little bit from the beginning, and I watched getting close to the end. I watched pretty much the first half. I have to say that's the first time I've seen Indiana or Miami, and like I say, Indiana just
Breaking up.
talent-wise,
Yeah.
I think was pretty even.
Oh, it was pretty close.
Indiana, like they said, they don't have no 4-star recruits on that team at all.
Yep.
And I say Miami is, I would say, even though they lost last night, I think the University of Miami football program is coming back. Because
Yep.
I remember, you know, back what was the 90s or whatever it was, they were like terrorizing the college ranks year
Yep.
in and year out. And then they went, I guess they had that big scandal, whatever it was, for a while there, and they got kind of quiet for almost a decade. But now they're coming back.
Well, when you look at the game, when you look at the 3 or 4 points in the game, the block punt,
Yeah.
the block punt for a touchdown, the 87 just let the man right by him. Now I don't know if he wasn't thinking that they were shifting to that side, because if they weren't shifting to that side, it would never been blocked. You know, so that was
If
the shift.
if a team overloads, all you can do is do your area of assignment. You can't block everybody.
But
So
that
he
guy,
said-
he let him run right by him. He didn't
Yeah,
even
like I said,
reach.
but he might have had head on outside shoulder,
Yeah.
and that guy might have been lined up inside, thinking the guy next to him should have had him, and the guy goes through
Well,
free.
he was on the outside. That was what I'm saying. The guy came from the outside. All he had to do was bump him.
Yeah,
If he bumps him, that probably stops the block. Okay,
Yeah.
so that's 7 points right there, right?
yeah.
Then you look at the missed field goal that Miami missed.
Mhm.
That without the block, then that brings it within 3 points. So then then it's going to be a 3-point game instead of a 6-point game, and Miami is going to have a chance to kick a field goal to go into overtime, right?
Mhm.
And Miami's moving the ball in 10, 15-yard pops, 5, 10,
Yeah,
15-yard
I
pops.
should say Miami's offense was
Yeah.
very potent with
But then they threw all the interceptions, right, Joe?
One interception.
Yeah,
One
oh, yeah.
interception.
it. Like I say,
Yep.
the running game looks strong for Miami, and the quarterback looked good on his passing.
Yeah.
Like I say, both teams look pretty sharp. Both teams
But
look pretty sharp.
But what gets me is Indiana calls a timeout. Okay.
Mhm.
And so now they got to slow it down. That's what they did. Call it the last time out to slow it down because there's like 20 something seconds left
Mhm.
or 30 something seconds left. So they come in and the ball is on like the 40-yard line. So, okay, you come out and do the same thing you've been doing. Keep the tempo going, throw one for 5 or 6 yards, 7 yards, 8 yards. Why shoot one downfield with that much time left? If it was me, I would have been dinking and dunking all these little bitty 5-yard, 8-yard shots until they stopped that the first time, and then I'd probably put one downfield. But they had plenty of time to do that. I think it was a bad call at the end that caused that interception because they tried to split a seam and both guys didn't move, and the guy in front was able to come across and jump it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And when I saw him back up and let it go, I said, before I even saw the pick, I went, why? Because you're picking these people apart. They're giving you everything. It's like prevent defense. You're preventing yourself to win.
Right.
You know, you're giving them the 10 yards, but you're not giving them the deep pass. So if they're giving you the 10 yards, keep taking the 10 yards.
Right.
Why
You move
get
the
antsy?
ball.
You
Like
know?
I say, you're moving the ball. First downs end up being touchdowns.
And every first down, timeout. It's a timeout until they move the
Yeah.
chains. You know, you're adding time to it. It's like my cousin.
Yeah.
When we used to go fishing, we go like, especially if we were going around the mouth of the river. We get to the mouth of the river and we'd be catching big old bull reds, right? And we catch 2 or 3 fish, and he'd say, okay, let's go run out to a rig 20 miles out. Why? Why are we going to waste all this gas?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Oh, we want to see if we catch something bigger. I don't need nothing bigger. I got big redfish, you know.
I call it
Waste of time.
waste of time. You catch them we're doing good right here. You gotta go out there and catch the biggest fish in the sea. I said, ain't nobody out here trying to be in the Guinness World Book.
We were out there one time. We were 25 miles out, right? When you're 25 miles out, all you got around you is water and oil rigs. Okay? And the oil rigs don't even look that big anymore. Okay? So we're out there, it's like glass, glass out there. And it's blue water, you could look down and see the fish, right? So I'm standing, and he had a 26-foot pinion, 26-foot boat out, and 25 miles out. Okay, and I'm looking at this thing, and I'm looking from a distance. I'm saying, that looks like a big shark over there. Because I'm standing on top of the end of it. The top,
Right.
he had an extra level. And he said, where? I said, over there. And he goes, well, there's another one over here. And I looked at it, and I said, wait a minute, look at it. And we noticed that both of the tips were going under at the same time. I said, that's a manta ray. And he says, there's no way. I said, yeah, it is. So we're watching this thing, and this manta ray came up. And I'm telling you, Dre, it came up, and we watched it come up by the boat, and one tip was on one side of the boat, one tip was on the other side of the boat.
Oh, wow.
You had to be about 27, 28 feet across. And when he went underneath the boat, because he was coming right at the boat, I said, oh, Lord, what's he going to do? And he seen him starting to go under. And when he went under, he must have lifted like this, and he felt the boat kind of do that.
See? Right there, the engine would have been fired up, and we heading in.
Well, we did. We did. But we were out there trolling one day. And something hit it and started pulling. And we were about 17, 18 miles out. And again, it's like glass, no movement or anything. And the thing's moving, and we got these big freaking reels, this big around, the big pinion reels. And pinpier reels. And this thing's running, and you could change all kind of settings on there where no matter what it is, you're going to get it to turn to you, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
It wasn't working. We could not get it to come to us, right? And all of a sudden, it just stopped. Whatever it was stopped, right? He looks at me and he goes, he said, and his favorite thing was son, adjust that thing, adjust the drag, fix it, pull it to you. I said, it ain't moving. You do it. So he switched over. He couldn't get it to move. And now this guy worked construction, I was like,
Right.
he couldn't get it to move, right? And he says, what the hell is this we got? And I said, what do you think we got? He goes, I don't know. And all of a sudden it started moving again, and just it was spinning so fast that
Mm-mm.
we were pouring water on there. He just pulled his knife out and he went and cut the
Yeah.
line. And he did that for a reason. He didn't want to mess up his reel, right? And I said, "What do you think we had?" He goes, "Submarine." Yeah, submarine. He said it stopped too much. He said we couldn't move it, and there's subs up in there, up in the Gulf. You know, and
Okay.
he said, "I bet you we hooked onto a sub." I said, "What do you mean a sub?" He said, "I'm telling you, the way it just was steady and then stopped and then
Right.
took off again. You know,
Mm.
it was like either that or it was a whale." But it was like,
See,
but that was another
that's why
day.
I'm not big into fishing situations like that. Because like I say, ain't like you gonna get up and run.
No,
You know, you're stuck. You were there.
yeah, that was
So,
the 2 days that I remember that he looked at me and said, "Time to go," and we
yep.
came in.
Mm-hmm.
When you get experiences like that out there, and another thing, when you're out there and you're catching a lot of fish, do not and we tell everybody that it's never been out there before.
Mm-hmm.
If you're changing fish and you're getting stuff on your hands,
Right.
wipe it off.
Mm-hmm.
Don't wash it in the water. Don't reach over the boat and wash it. Right?
Because you're laying bait right off your
I did
hand.
that one day. And we were catching little snappers, and I brought the thing up and I had it all over me, and I reached down the water, splashed it, and when I come up like this, a shark come over the top. I looked down at it, and my cousin looked at me and said, "How'd that make you feel?" He said, "Son, how'd it make you feel?" What I told you about doing that? I said, "I wasn't even
Mm-hmm.
thinking." He
Yeah.
said, "Yeah, you're lucky he didn't grab you. You might have yanked in."
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I was like,
It's not your world, it's their world.
that's exactly what my mentality. Unless I'm fishing off of a cruise ship, and I can tell that too much time. So what opened my eyes about how great the ocean is when you out there on a military ship, bigger than most anything else, and it looked like you in a rowboat.
Oh, I'm telling you.
You be out there on an aircraft carrier, size of a small city, number of people of a small city, and you out in that ocean and feel like you in a rowboat.
Yeah.
So that after the waves will crash up, that boat will rock, sway, all that kind of stuff, and it don't matter how powerful, what kind of propulsion system you running, you are in that environment, and you just trying to just navigate it.
Yeah, you're at the mercy of the waves.
That's it.
Yeah,
That's it.
I've been there with that. We had a 28-foot Chris Craft cabin cruiser,
Mm-hmm.
and we were out there. It was wooden, and Chris Crafts aren't supposed to sink. They will not sink because it's all wooden and it's insulated and it's made that it won't sink.
Mm-hmm.
And we were out there, and my uncle, it was his boat. And whenever we got into bad waves, he went in the cabin. He wouldn't stay up. He said, "Safe in the cabin," right?
Mm-hmm.
And he was in the cabin, and we were in 4 to 6 foot, and we were cracking him every time. Bam, coming down, bam, hitting it like this. And my cousin's just locked in. He's watching the compass because we can't see anything. You're going up and down, up and down, right? He's looking at. He's like the compass coming in. We're coming in because it came up all of a sudden on us, and we're coming in, and my uncle comes walking out with his little demeanor. Walks out, hands me a life jacket, hands Bobby a life jacket, and he's got his on. And I said, "What's this for?" He goes, "I'll put it on, man. Look." And he opens the door, water all in the cabin.
Oh.
We done cracked the hull.
Mm.
I looked down in there and I said, "Where's that coming from?" He said, "All those banging, we cracked something."
Mm-hmm.
And the bilge pump wasn't getting it out.
Yeah.
So Bobby just hit the emergency, and it set Mayday, and all of this stuff had it going across, it was all automatic. Yeah. And gave him my location, got on there and gave him the location. And it was rigged. We could see a rig, and we started heading towards that rig, and the rig actually started throwing lights on us to let us know, "Hey, come on this way,"
Yeah.
And when we got near the rig, we had a hook that you hooked onto the rigs that when instead of, because you couldn't put an anchor down.
Right.
So we got out there, we got close enough to the rig where we were in water up to our knees in it by then.
Oh,
and we got up there and hooked onto the rig. And he said, "Hook onto the rig because it's not going to sink. We know it's not going to sink." and they came down and got us. They were able to throw us a line and got us to the side and got us on the rig. And about an hour and a half later, Coast Guard cutter comes out and makes sure we were okay and everything. We ate and everything on the rig. They fed us steak and everything. It was about 2 hours later. And they come over there and they looked at it and everything, and they told us, "Yeah, we'll get y'all in. Come on." And we got on the Coast Guard cutter, checked us out, made sure everybody was okay. They went, undid the boat. We figured they were going to sink it, right? Tied it onto the back of the cutter and drug it all the way in. Like that. The thing never did sink.
Wow.
They said, we'll bring it in for you so y'all can get everything that's yours out of it and everything is salvageable.
Yeah.
But boy, don't let the Coast Guard come out there unless it's emergency though, because you will get a bill.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my first taste of seeing what military does. And they were very professional about it.
Yeah. So where's your regular crew at today, Paul? No Mark today, and
Yeah, no.
no Justin.
Everybody must be busy.
Where is no Ed? Yeah. So I heard you either got one or ordered a new snowblower or something.
Yeah.
Have you got it yet?
Nope.
Okay. So who cleaned off your driveway the other day?
He does.
Me.
Oh, okay.
I'll be right back. I make a phone call.
As we start get that old fashioned backhoe, huh? You're back and shoving hole.
Yep, that's it. Shovel.
Yeah.
Well, they had it like 50% off, and I decided, what the hell, I might as well get an electric one. I used to have a big, huge one, but I sold it. But I got this electric. Takes 2 batteries in it, and it does about 26-inch wide.
Okay, each pass.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
And it says it'll throw snow up to 24 feet because you can steer where you want it to throw the snow.
Shoot.
Yep.
Okay.
So we'll see.
Just be careful out there. Just catch a bit of a patch of ice.
That's what my buddy down there in Florida is always telling me. She says, "You be careful going outside there now."
Yeah, well, I'm just saying you can catch well, I looked at your drive the other day, I was just listening in, and I could see, I said, man, you got all the snow cleared off, but you never know where the ice is at, because your driveway is not completely, I would say, at an angle where all the moisture would bleed off towards the street. It's like you got a little bit of a swell partway through your driveway and stuff, where moisture could gather. And next you know, you got a little sheet of ice on it.
Yeah.
I've got a parent. I get an email from a parent wanting to talk to me about why her son is missing assignments. It's like, well, start with asking him first.
Hey, there you go. I said, why is he missing assignments? Because he didn't do the assignment.
And that's exactly what I'm going to tell her. Start with asking your son first.
Yeah, let's start at the source. Because I didn't mark him down for missing assignment because I didn't issue assignment.
Oh, geez.
And like I said, I'm sure you guys got the same system my wife has, where a parent can go online and see all the assignments that you've issued and everything else that he's supposed to have done. Parents just kill me with that kind of stuff. I said, they make it so easy for you to track your kids, but y'all, first thing I want to do is email the teacher and ask them a dumb question.
So he always comes in right as the bell rings or late, and I mark him late if he comes late. And it's like, he can start by getting to class earlier and getting his stuff out and being ready. instead of
Yeah.
coming in, chatting up everyone as he walks in the door.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's same old behavior, and like I said, it stems right from the house. Because the parents are not holding them accountable at home, and then they want you to hold them accountable. I said, I'm not his parent. You are. So first of all, you teach your kid to be respectful, and being on time means being early
Mhm.
in the first place.
What's on time in the Marine Corps? 15, 20
Yeah.
minutes early.
Yeah, I'm just telling folks, I mean, like I tell folks about, I told my kids about job interviews. I said, don't show up. You show up at least 20, 15 minutes minimum. 20 minutes is about average that you show
Yeah.
up for a job interview. 15,
No.
20 minutes early. That way you got to go use the bathroom or anything else last minute. You got time to take care of it.
Yep.
And I tell my young one now going to work, I said, don't be showing up on time. You get there a little early.
Yeah.
So
1:40,
anything you need to do.
at 1:40, my granddaughter has an appointment to make sure everything's okay with her now, right? So I got to go
Mhm.
pick them up. And I told her, I said, and where it's at and where she's at, I said, okay, it's lunchtime. I said, I'll leave here about 12:30, be ready to go. When I pick up, when I get there, it takes me about 15, 20 minutes to get to her. And
Right.
then we're about 30 minutes from the place. I said, that gives time to get there. And she said, well, you can pick me up at 1:15. We'll be all right. I said, no, shut up. You get your ass up, But my son will tell you, the Marine, he'll say, he told me one time, he said, I kind of almost hate you for all the times you used to wake me up and make me get there early and all the times we have to leave early and stuff. He said, but I'm doing that every day now.
There you
You
go.
know? I said, got you used to it. Got you used to it.
Yeah. It's like I say, it's the little things like that. People don't learn to appreciate it till they make the habit themselves.
Yeah.
I remember this one admiral. I guess he was giving a speech at a college, and it's on YouTube and stuff. And he says one of the first things you should do in life is get up and make your bed.
Yeah, I saw that. I remember that.
Yeah, and he said it's the little things like that that you build upon building your character and your habits and stuff by just getting up and making your bed every day and stuff.
Yep.
And then you just had that same mentality about everything you do in life. And I was like, something simple. I mean, like I said, I had 20 years Air Force, and it was yes, sir, no, sir. And I think to this day, when I talk to a lot of people, regardless of age or whatever, I will address them as sirs and ma'ams. And it's just about being respectful. Not that I have to give it to them, not that they actually earned it. It's just me giving the respect and let them know that somebody recognizes that they are there. Their presence is being recognized, and they're giving it. Because like I said, I deal with homeless people a lot. They come pick up their property that's been taken in by the police or whatever the case might be, and I address them as yes, sir, no, ma'am, no, sir, all that kind of stuff. And I could treat them all kind of different ways if I wanted to, but I say it does not do me any good. It doesn't benefit this interaction at all because I'm not trying to get them upset. I don't want them to have any animosity. They're already facing enough difficulties in life, being out in the street.
Yeah, I got a point.
So why am I going to just dogpile on top of that? Do they feel like everybody they come encounter with treats them like trash?
It's like all the coaches I deal with at Mandeville. I don't think I've ever called one by their first name. I call them coach.
Yeah.
That's how I leave it. It's like.
Yeah. And like you say, you call them coach, or you go coach and their last name.
Yep.
Coach
I just call him coach. I'll leave it like that. It's easier.
Yeah.
What's up, coach? And like Craig. Now, Craig, that's the football coach, right? We got the banquet. We got the banquet Thursday night. It's the award ceremony at the auditorium. I got the video and everything, and he'll get up there and he'll start talking and everything. and I'll be sitting on the edge of the stage so I can get pictures. And he'll turn around and says, and he'll always say, I want to thank Mr. Trombator. So they'll always do. Now, he calls me Joe every other time, but he'll say Mr. Trombator when he's there to everybody else. Mr. Trombator for putting this video together for us.
Yeah.
And for what he does for us.
Yeah. But like I said, to me, when you have adults acting like that, far as, treating each other with respect, using proper titles and names and so forth, the kids understand that, because the same thing, if you don't have that going on, then the kids come up to you and be calling you, hey, Joe, what's up, Joe? I said, dude, we don't have that kind of relationship, You need to address me as an adult, because you are still a child in my eyes.
Yeah, everybody calls me Mr. Joe. Like that, Mr. Joe, hey, Mr. Joe, Mr. Joe. Everybody's Mr. Joe, except for one freaking person at that whole school. And that's Alana Benoit. That's the senior this year. Ever since she's been at that school, or before she's at the school, she walked by me and goes, hey, Joe. Hey, Joe. That's all the time. I'll say, hey, Miss Benoit.
Yeah.
It's like, she does. That's the only, even her sister Hannah said Mr. Joe. But she says, hey, Joe. And then, like, with the colonel, now you know how it is with junior officer and military. It's master guns or colonel, and I'm staff sergeant.
Right.
Morning, staff sergeant. Morning, colonel.
Yeah.
He saw me the other day when it was the day before I had to go do the junior RTC. And he saw me, he said, staff sergeant, see you bright and early in the morning. I said, yes, sir, colonel. But that's a relationship that never changed, because it's military.
Right.
You gotta do that to understand it, more or less.
Well, guys, I think I'm going to call it.
Okay.
Every day you're going to call it, and you don't tell us what you're going to call it, though.
I'm going to call it over.
All right.
Okay, everybody. Hey, take care. We'll see all of you.
Look at this guy over here golfing in there. Look.
Yeah, look at it. He's golfing.
I hope you golf better than you fly.
Lance is a true swinger. Bye, everybody.
I'm gonna teach one of my kids is a golfer. I'm gonna have her give me a lesson.
Okay.
Well, I hope you do that better than you fly, Lance.
Yep.
Or even walk.